Hi, Kenny Harper here, and in this video we're talking about cultivating amplified habits through habit optimization. Now, let's start off by talking about why habits. In James Clear's best-selling book, Atomic Habits, he makes a distinction between goals and systems. See, goals are about the results that you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. So in other words, goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress. So Growth Amplifiers is all about creating the systems and also the habits so that you are setting yourself up for success to achieve your goals. It's really challenging to achieve goals if you don't have the right systems, strategies, and habits. So when following the right process, you can get the right result. Now this is another concept I wanted to introduce. A lot of people are challenged because we only have 24 hours in a day, we only have 7 days a week, and time just flies by. There's the day-to-day whirlwind just pulling us into its vortex. And if we're not very focused with our time, we can be putting it all over the place and not be very efficient or effective. So this matrix is all about where do we put our time? Where should we put our time? There's basically 4 quadrants. You have things that are important and urgent. These are like crises or emergencies, and they ultimately are important. You need to get them done, but they could be taking you out of your flow and they're urgent. The second quadrant, these things are important too, but they're not urgent. These things are like future planning, strategic thinking, and the thought is you want to reduce the amount of time being reactive and focusing on things that are urgent and important, and put more time into planning and creating systems so that you're being more efficient and effective and you can avoid that urgency. It's getting ahead of the curve, right? And then obviously you don't want to spend a lot of time doing things that are urgent and non-important. Maybe they need to get done. You could delegate those things. And then things that just are not urgent or not important, you just want to get rid of them, right? So it's important to know this. And then while you know it, it's great, but it doesn't matter what you know, it matters the actions that you take, and more importantly, the results that you get. And this is actually a key habit that you'd want to own, right? So in Atomic Habits, James Clear points out that small hinges swing big doors. Small changes can lead to a big result. So this graph right here shows how small incremental changes through time will start leading to large impacts through time. Even if you just improved 1% each day for a year, that would result to nearly 37 times better over the course of a year. That's kind of like compound interest, right? So the idea is that you'd want to be focused, and if you put more time and focus on putting your time in the right places, you're going to be doing things that are important but not urgent, and taking that urgency out so that you're doing the most important things, helping you achieve your goals. The thing is, consistency is the key. You may have heard these things before, you may have made some progress, but what tends to happen is we tend to look at our progress and expect it to be linear, but in reality, it has that curve. It takes a little bit of while for the traction to get hold, and people start getting this valley of disappointment. They start not seeing the results that they're wanting to see, and so they quit taking the actions that they need to take. This is what really happens is it takes time, it gets slow at first, but when you're consistently aiming to improve, taking consistent actions with more focus and more mental fitness, that's really how you can amplify your results. So that's why we're talking about habits. Consistency is the key. And next, we're going to be talking about the business growth cycle and how you can apply your habits to your business for an amplified business. So what are your thoughts about habits? What are the most impactful habits that you've developed that help you achieve the things most important to you? Put your ideas in the comments, and any shares or comments are greatly appreciated. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel, as we're going to be releasing more videos on this topic so that you can amplify your business.